In our series of Dish, we meet a woman making what's being called the best Southern-style biscuits in the known universe. Erika Council is her name. She's the founder of Bomb Biscuit in Atlanta, where the line starts very early and the accolades keep rolling in. She's the first biscuiteer, that's what they're called, to earn a spot on the Food and Wine list of best new chefs.
At Bomb Biscuit in Atlanta, they are cooking up the goodness for thousands of people every week. People craving classic buttermilk biscuits piled high with fried chicken, pork, or egg and cheese. Southern staples that have turned Bomb Biscuit into a hotspot for breakfast and beyond. Thanks to founder and, say it with me, chef Erika Council.
It's been kind of crazy to think of myself as a chef.
Yeah.
You know, I like to consider myself that.
I was going to ask you that. Do you go by cook, chef, kitchen
I just
lady?
go by Erika.
She is now one of Food and Wine's best new chefs of 2024, a title that over the decades has gone to some of the most famous and influential names in all of food. And now, for the first time, goes to someone whose primary medium is the humble Southern biscuit. And what Erika Council brings to cooking comes not from culinary school, but from her North Carolina family. One of her grandmothers cooked professionally, founding Mama Dip's Kitchen in Chapel Hill, while the other cooked communally, you might say, for just about everyone.
You go to the back door and knock on the door, she fix you a plate. You know, to the point that when she passed away several years ago, like the people would come around and just say, we just feel like we needed to pay our respects, and like we leave flowers on the porch.
Wow.
I just wanted to learn how to make everything she made, and I wanted people to feel the same way about me.
Those first biscuits she made with her grandma Geraldine were far from a success.
Because I burned them very badly. All of a sudden, you hear the smoke. It's like smoke. You don't hear it. You see it. You smell it. And my grandma, she comes running up there with like a broom, and like they were all burnt on the bottom. And I just felt so bad, like I was so upset. But she took the pan out and sat on the table and ate them all.
But even with that kind of unconditional culinary love, Council didn't immediately go into professional cooking.
You go to college, you go
Yeah.
to school not for cooking,
No.
not for being a chef.
It was like finance, accounting. Yeah, well, I didn't want to be angry and tired. And that's what I correlated opening a restaurant. I was like, I want to be glamorous. I want to go to business dinners. I want to be able to talk about things like IT, software, and accounting and finance. You know, I don't want anyone to call me and ask me about biscuits.
She was always cooking, though, on the side for friends and family, and that passion grew and grew until a few years ago, she had a biscuit business plan and a name to go with it, thanks to an old coworker.
I used to bring them food all the time. And like he would be like, you got those bomb biscuits? Those are some bomb, excuse me, like bomb-ass biscuits. That's what it was first called. My mom told me to take the curse word out.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of where it came from.
I love that.
She is one of the ultimate biscuit makers in this country.
Food and Wine editor-in-chief Hunter Lewis says it's the biscuit's simplicity that makes them so spectacular.
If you think about it, it's really only 5 ingredients. It's flour, it's salt, it's a leavener, it's a fat, and it's a liquid like buttermilk. And what's amazing about that is with those 5 ingredients, no one biscuit is the same. How you make a biscuit or how I make a biscuit, it's very individual. It's like a fingerprint. And Erika's biscuits are high art.
They really are. She's got some sort of a like divine touch.
And since I was wondering about that divine touch, well,
So what's on the menu today?
I quickly learned that a real Bomb Biscuit can't really be replicated.
Just make sure it's all evenly distributed.
Call it 1 part personal family history,
Put your elbow in there.
2 parts hard-earned experience,
So now you're gonna sprinkle chocolate chips.
This is
live
a Chips
chocolate.
Ahoy situation.
Yes.
and how it comes together from there is an art I can't easily explain.
So you're not supposed to do that more than like 3 times, like with the edges,
Because?
because my grandma says so.
Okay, all right.
But I am sure the result is too perfect to eat all by your lonesome.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And there really is something about a biscuit like this that just brings people together.
I know it's cliche and people say it all the time, but I do feel like food brings us together. You know, when we sit down and we're eating this food, we can share the belief that food is great and we can come to some kind of common ground, because I always found comfort in cooking for people or feeding people. Thank y'all for coming in.
Erika Council, thank you to you. Thanks for the hospitality. Thanks for the unbelievable biscuits. And people can try them on their own, too. She's got a cookbook here, Still We Rise. It's got a lot more of her story, why she works with the biscuit, the history of the biscuit, and it really puts black bakers at the center of the story where so many French bakers have been for so many years.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a good biscuit.
It's a good biscuit. I already ate mine, that's why.
So good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And she's amazing.
She truly is amazing.
Charming.
Yeah. $5, make your way to Atlanta. You can get an egg and cheese on a biscuit.